So that's how I was able to raise small money, go get a small room, and started living alone. I got a very small room that was very ugly. Each time rain falls, come and see. Each time rain falls, yeah, water will get to like almost the middle of the house. But able to scale through my secondary school all by myself. It wasn't easy. It is easy the way I'm explaining it, but it wasn't easy. Being a teenager with no one to care, no one to provide for you, doing everything all by yourself is not an easy thing, but God was there with me. So to cut a long story short, after a while, I'm going to say this because of some people that thinks without connection you can't get anything. If you don't have anybody in a particular office, for you to get the job is going to be difficult. No, it's not difficult. Once you have God, once you have the Almighty God, it's not difficult. So after a long while, that's how I was able to scale through secondary school. And in secondary school, there's this friend of mine, a classmate of mine that I met, whose elder brother used to work in techno. And that period, I needed money because it was holiday. I needed money for me to be able to like pay my fee when we resumed. So she connected me to the elder brother. I went and I dropped my CV to be as a promoter, and I was selected. I started this promo job. I became a smart girl. Everything was going well. I was the highest seller. I was the highest seller. Each shop we were taking to, the kind of phones I normally sell, my name always feel everywhere. They will always be like, what are you using? Why are you able to sell more than us? Problems started coming from there. And so I was told by one of my supervisor that they need people at Calcare Center Service. And based on my look, because I have this big look, and they said they needed only graduates like those that are done with university, and I wasn't up to that level at all. But I have always known that God is with me. So I had to go to my house, to my room, my small room then, and I was telling God, Papa, look at what I want. I want to apply for this job. I don't have the requirement, but you are my only requirement. You are my only requirement. And eh, the next morning, when we were to go for the interview and drop our CV at the same time, I told God, Lord, I am about leaving. Please, hope you are there waiting for me. Interview me. Don't allow any other person to interview me. Because if any other person interviews me, they will not give me the job. And I left for that day. I went to the place and to the venue. And by the time I got there, everywhere was filled up. I was the last person that got to the venue. But to my greatest surprise, the minute I took my seat, I was called to come and do interview. Whereas I was the last person, but I was the first to be interviewed. So I went into the office. This is, when we are talking about when you are, when I was about leaving the hall, a lady stopped me and she said she had a dream that the last person that came came to the interview was the first to be interviewed, and she was the only selected person. And I happened to come late as I was the last person, but I was the first to be interviewed. She said to me, based on my dreams, you will be the only person to be selected. I was like, wow, but you are here for the same thing. She said, I'm here for the same purpose, but that's what I saw. And that was how I was selected for that job, a job I did not deserve based on my qualifications. So you that is believing God for a good job, believe Him. It's going to work for you. The same way He did it for me, He's doing it for you already.